Hola muchachos and welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing the challenge run from last video, the vampire only. And we're free saying it this time, no script. We're going to try it out. First thing I do, I head to Winterhold, and then I go straight to the College of Winterhold. But in order to enter, I need to cast a specific spell. I say no, so I go to this random house and I steal their plate. I then go to the gates of college, and I try to phase through the door with this wooden plate. It didn't work. A lot of times. I had to keep trying it over and over again. These are only a couple of fails that I had. But then out of nowhere, I somehow phase through the space-time continuum, and I make it past the door. I then head to the library, and I talk to the guy. He tells me the Moth Priest was last seen in Dragonsbridge. Head to Dragonsbridge, and I talk to a guard. The guard tells me he just saw him passing south. So I go south, but it's daylight, so I, rest until it's nighttime. I then find a cart that is flipped over with dead people. Oh my god. The vampire has a note on them telling me where this Moth Priest is. So I head towards the cave. I kill this dog, sadly. It was very rough. But then I reanimate him, and I make him fight his brother. In this cave, there's just a bunch of Dawn Guard. That's about it. There's a cave troll, an armored troll, and he's pretty difficult. He took a while to kill, but he only took a while because whenever I do damage to him, he just heal it immediately back. I try resurrecting this Dawn Guard. It keeps glitching, but I eventually get him resurrected, and there's this archer shooting at me from above. I take a shot to the face, leveling me up. Don't ask me how. I then go to kill this Dawn Guard, but then I run out of magic, so I use my level up. I put it into health, and then I put a point of it into... Never mind, I put it into stamina. I put a point into conjuration to make my apprentice spells cost 20% less. So yeah, the Dawn Guard are not bad here, but the real issue is the armored troll. I killed these Dawn Guards with little to no problem, and then I resurrected the Dawn Guard, but the Dawn Guard I resurrected didn't do anything. He took one punch to the face and died. I had to transform into a vampire lord in order to have any chance against this armored troll. I take down the armored troll, but as you can see, it takes a little bit, even as a vampire lord. I hate these trolls. I hope we won't see them again. Foreshadowing. Try to resurrect him, didn't work. I go and fight these dudes. The big guy, Vanek, and then his servant, which I resurrect and make his servant kill him. But, it's fine. I then loot this vampire who has this weird stone. I insert the stone into this little hole. That's what she said. And I've tried fighting this Moth Priest. He whooped me. So I ran away like a coward I was, and I turned into a vampire lord. Even as a vampire lord, I tried clawing him. He just didn't do anything. He just kept eating it like a demon. He also healed, so that sucked. I ended up taking him down, and then I seduced him. And then I took a bite out of him. Now that he was my thrall, I forced him to go to Castle Volkihar and read the Elder Scroll. I head back to Castle Volkihar, and I talk to Harkon. He wants me to ask the thrall to read the Elder Scroll. I tell him I have a new task, I give him the Elder Scroll, and he reads it in front of us. I don't know what he's reading on that, it just looked like a bunch of pictures. Harkon says that he's very close now, but he can wait longer. That's also what she said. What is happening? So, Serana tells me that she knows a secret path to Volkihar's courtyard where her mother might be, and you didn't see that. And where her mother might be, and her mother has a Elder Scroll that we need. These skeletons surprisingly take a lot of damage to kill. Like, it was insane. I tried fighting them for so long. This took me about 10 minutes to kill all these guys. They take a lot of damage. Well, not this guy. This guy's getting destroyed. And don't mind my aim. But these guys took a while to kill. They're very tanky. I head inside, and I take on this demon. It's a skeever. Hey, they have diseases, you know. I kill his death hound. Well, sort of. It takes me a while to kill them. Like, this, as you can see, the only reason I was able to win this fight is with my conjured dead death hound. I tried resurrecting this death hound, but he just didn't want to. He then just kind of, like, was dying but running at the same time, and then he, like, flopped on his side. Don't ask me. I took on this feral vampire with my vampire lord powers, and this is on par with the armored troll. This may have taken longer than the armored troll because she can heal at the same time as doing a bunch of damage. It took me a lot of shots to kill her, but I ended up taking her down. I then tried taking on these death hounds, which I can't. They're too strong. Like, the damage is insane. They do so much damage as well as slow you down. Luckily, this level up saved me right here. I put into health, and I put it into raise undead twice as far in the conjuration skill tree. Pretty good for, you know, me. Transform into Vampire Lord because I have no chance against these death hounds. It's just one enemy and I have no chance against them. They freeze and they also do a lot of damage. I resurrect the death hound, but then can't get through this doorway, so I have to go back to normal form. I run through, but I have to speed up this fight for you guys. This fight took me like 5 whole minutes just to kill this one dude. Maybe more than that. I just sat here in this same spot, just draining their health, and it wasn't dying. This is in 3 times speed, by the way. Serana finished him and stole all the glory, but you know, it's fine. Pull this lever to lower the bridge. Head past the bridge and into the courtyard. I grab the crescent moon from the garden. From the pond. And then I grab the one from the garden. And then I grab the one on top. And I use them to open this weird contraption that opens a weird staircase down to the depths of earth. No, I'm joking. It's just a basement. I had to bring Serana along for this. It's kind of, you know, her quest. So I go into here, and I'm killing these skeletons. They are still very tough. You would not expect a pile of bones to be this strong. They don't do much damage, but they have a lot of health. Don't ask me how. I don't know where they're keeping all the blood. The life drain spell from the Vampire Lord is actually very useful. Its area of effect is insane. This is the first time we encounter a gargoyle. It was agonizing. Took a while. Worse than the armored troll. I hope we don't have to fight any more of these again. More foreshadowing. What is up with this DLC and foreshadowing? Anyways. This is a showcase of the AoE effect from the health drain. I just shoot in the middle of both of them and it kills them both at the same time. Another gargoyle. I try fighting him one-on-one fists, but he beats me at that. It's like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I'm Jake Paul. Anyways. We take a while to kill this gargoyle, but we finally do. And then I head up and away. There's another skeleton, which I try fist fighting, and I still somehow lose in a fist fight against a skeleton. I almost lose. If it wasn't for Serana, I would be dead. Continue on, and there's just more skeletons. This guy doesn't take much. He doesn't have much health. I don't know why, though. He has a bunch of armor and a big hammer. But, you know, kill this dude from a range before he even get close to me. Kind of feel bad about it, but it's life, man. I pull this lever, and then this gargoyle, boop, explodes out of nowhere. We take him down. So how many gargoyles was that so far? 3? Yeah, that's our 3rd gargoyle. Oh, now they can't give us another one. Anyways, here's another one. I'm just gonna, skip this one because I think we all know how it ends up. The gargoyle's dead. And then we continue on. Oh, a room with a bunch of gargoyles. I had to speed this one up because this was I think the 2nd longest fight I've ever had in Skyrim. It was painful. It's just, they weren't doing damage, but it was just so boring. The most boring fight ever. Because it was really just running around these tables and stuff and hitting them with the blast until they all died. I ended up doing it, but it only took about 15 minutes of my life. It's fine, it's worth it. After killing them, I do get a perk, and apparently I had an extra perk point, which I didn't know about. I was trying to decide which one to put them in. I decided to put them into the vampiric grip and the summon gargoyle, because they're pretty cool. I like the vampiric grip. I also got some new armor. Whew, looking fine like always. I grabbed Valerica's book, freshly ground bone meal, and soul gem fragments, and I put it into the portal vessel. Serana cuts open her hand and pours some blood into the vessel, and we enter the soul cairn. My least favorite place in the whole game. We head straight to Valerica. We talk to her through a magical force field. My guy doesn't like confrontation. We get tasked with killing boneyard keepers, which we go and do. And I summon the summon gargoyle, which we will be calling Bill from now on. I also use Vampiric Grip. Vampiric Grip is a very fun spell. You grab onto them and force choke them while draining the life out of them. Only downside is it costs a lot of magic. Me and my gargoyle end up, killing him. Me and Bill. But I have found a really cool combo with the Vampiric Drain and the gargoyle. You can hold the keeper there, and the gargoyle will just slap him while you hold him still. I killed the keeper here, but then he launched into the atmosphere. I don't know what happened there, but and then he disappeared. I then travel to the next keeper, who's on this tower. I wonder what's going to happen. I grab him. I then hold him over the edge. And I throw him. That's about it. And then I get an ice spike in the esophagus. 2, actually. Last keeper, I had to speed up. This was also an extremely long fight. That seems like a theme in this run.